Hi there, it's Lori, and my story is not one I've written down. I do believe I've shared some of this story before, but it was at least a year ago. So I saw a name when I was flipping through my little notebooks that I have from students, and I saw a name that reminded me of this story. And I'll tell you why her specific name. She was not the only student there. She reminded me of this story. So we did a problem in class. This was a senior level class, so 17 and 18-year-olds, that involved somebody, don't do this. Okay, don't actually do this, please. But this was the problem they were solving. Somebody was going to jump off of a Ferris wheel into a cart of water that was traveling along a track underneath the Ferris wheel. Please don't do this. Do not do this. Okay. So they calculate all, it's all fascinating physics and trig, and I know you're all going, I feel the eye rolls. It's fine. It's fine. I know I'm a geek. But I did an informal, not really, because I just didn't have time to get it actually as a field trip. But I said, hey, how about we all, whoever can, whoever wants to, meet at the local amusement park, which for us at the time I think it was Elitch Garden, Six Flags. It's not a Six Flags anymore. Anyway. So here's the thing. I stole this joke from my ex-husband, so I will give him credit. He could be very funny. I know. One of the main things that make me maybe be attracted to someone is if they're funny. So this is him, but I delivered the line. So we were on the Ferris wheel, and a handful of students. I don't remember how many all together were there, maybe 10, 15 at the most students. This girl being one of them. And obviously, unless you're afraid of heights, which is valid, the Ferris wheel is not a particularly scary ride. So I decide now, my ex would say this on roller coasters. I set it on the Ferris wheel because I take it to the next level of ridiculous. And I yell out, somebody save my baby! And so this was almost, I think we only had 2 or 3 days left of school, but yes, somebody saved my baby became a common thing. And the reason this girl's name reminded me was she then went out and found, I don't know if she got it at Goodwill or what, she found a ceramic baby and wrote on the bottom, like a piggy bank, except it was a baby. Whatever. And on the bottom she wrote, somebody save my baby. So I still have it. If I have a chance, I'll add that in later. I'll add a picture of the baby, the ceramic baby. Anyway, so here's my tackle it. The hair. Started the hair, had to pull out some of the hair. The hair is not in here. Notice her parts are in a bag. Why? The moths. All right. So I think you've already seen her head. That's very exciting. But here's her body. Here's her body and her shoes that I still have to sew on. Very cute. Very cute. Oh, Hadijah, sorry. Very cute. Okay, Hadijah, a lot of this is dark pink, so pretend it's red. All right. And her eyes are a very unique shape. That's her eye. And then she has a pupil and then a little white spot that goes in the eye. I'm telling you, these patterns are very detailed. And then this is her nose that we'll get. It will go across like this. Obviously, I'm going to put it on the eyes, but it'll go across like that. And then, where's her mouth? Her mouth is in here somewhere. Hadisha, this is also your favorite color, not. Okay. Ladybird loves. And so that's her mouth. It's kind of small, but I followed the instructions. And this is Gabby's jacket. I just have, I assume it's going to need a lot of yarn to sew on. So this goes around her body like this. And then her arms look like this. And then they get attached. Like that. So all of the parts are done except the hair. Nothing is sewn on. I'm going to do this thing I've been doing. I'm going to zip it up. So I'm trying to eliminate air. All right. So as soon as this is done, then this is all the yarn. A lot of it is scrap yarn. This is the yarn that I'm using. And most of it is a 2mm hook with 4-weight yarn, which is crazy. But some of it is I'm pulling apart the strands of the 4-weight yarn and using a 1mm if she says so in the instructions. I misread her instructions on the hair, so I had to pull 30 stitches. But that's because I was doing me and not really reading. And if I would have just read, I wouldn't have messed up. So, you know, it's not the pattern, it's me. So that is where I'm at. If I have more, I will add it. I don't know if I'll have more. So I'm going to do the goodbyes here. If I have more, I will clip it and put that in. Then do the goodbye. But just in case, because the 18-year-old in the house is graduating tomorrow. Which, when you see this, will be yesterday. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to add any to this. There she is. I hid her from me. All right. Thanks for coming in. Can I get an amen? Mima potato hugs. Hugs from me. Whatever kind of hug you need. And remember, you matter. And kindness matters. I really hope to see you again. Bye.